guys, back again with another YouTube video, and today we're installing this lift kit to try and get rid of this rubbing problem on the 335D so we don't have to buy coilovers and do it the budget friendly way. First things first is we're going to jack the car up. Alright, now we're going to take the wheel off. Okay, now since we have the wheel off right here, we are going to be taking these two E12s out right here. 1 and 2. Take those out first. Once you have those two nuts off, or bolts I mean, now we're gonna take this 21 out, and then there is another nut holding it right there, so we're gonna take that out. So like this, right there, and right there. Now we're just gonna take that off. Now once you get this nut off right here, we're going to set a jack up. Okay, now we're just gonna apply a little bit of pressure, just like that. Now we're going to fully take it out. To get it out, now we can lower this down, just like that. Also need to take the 10 out from right there, or you can just take that one off. Right, now this one will be loosened up a little bit, and now as you can tell, it'll just fall right out. So I have the spring out right here, as you can tell. I will be adding these little spring spacers in here, just to try and give a little bit more lift and to make this spring a little harder, so it doesn't have as much, sag. When I give it gas, it just kind of stays there. So we're going to be adding 4 of these, somewhere around the middle right here, to help stiffen it up. We're going to do it this way, and yeah, let's see how this goes. So I already have 3 on here. So basically what you do is you get a pry bar, you pry the spring a little bit, and you use some soapy water right here, and then you kind of just squeeze it in there, and you grab some pliers and you just twist it, and this is going to help cushion that so it doesn't dampen all the way. So as you can tell right here, I got it in with that pry bar. I'm just going to spray down, and then we're gonna grab our big vice grips right here. Should be able to twist it without using the pry bar. I'll just kind of hit it in there a little more, just like that. Let's try and twist it. All right. We're gonna have to, just like that. All right, so now for the reinstall, we have all of our spacers in there. I hope they work. I hope they stiffen it up. If not, we're gonna buy more and send it. But now we're gonna install this. So you're gonna need some soapy water and spray this whole thing down. Spray it down. And then you're gonna have to take the original ones in there that should have came up there, but nothing should be in there. You're gonna throw this in here with the mallet. So I'm gonna come back right when I do that. I was having a little trouble squeezing that in here, so I grabbed myself a jack right here and a hammer, and I'm just gonna pump it up in there and hope it goes in. All right, let's see if this works. If this works, this will be great. Get that little piece in. Get the other side. Boom. Perfect. So this is how it should look, just like that, sitting right in that bucket. All right, now we are going to reinstall this right here. with our spring. Stick it up through here. Get it lined up in here. Just a little bit, but now we're gonna just jack it up in there. All right, here goes nothing. It's gonna be extremely stiff, but goodness gracious. All right, it's getting up in there. Now we just have to align. All right, so now it should look something like this. You should have that lined up. Now we should be able to get the bolt back in here. We're still gonna have to play around a little bit to get it back in, but just get that piece in. But once you get this bolt all lined up, now you can just tighten it right here. So now with this piece right here, you just have to kind of force it in there. All right, we got this piece all in. Now we're just gonna tighten up the 2 bolts. So everything is basically done. Now we are just going to retighten that 10 that goes on that rear swing arm and also tighten that bolt back up. Just finished the other side. This is how it looks right there. So now let's put the wheel on. So now we're gonna drop the car and see if this made a difference. All right guys, so this is how it looks right here. Right when you drop it down, it is going to be extremely high, but you just have to drive it around. So I've been driving around for 1 week now, and it has settled down, and I've not had any problems with the suspension. Everything is still all good. So this is definitely a great way to save some money, and it does not rub when you do pulls or anything, which is great. And that's how you guys install a budget build suspension drag setup for your 335D. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.